fell asleep reading the dictionary again. Classic Zach. You guys are probably asking yourselves, hey, what am I watching here? Slow down. Well, brace yourselves, America. You are watching exclusive behind-the-scenes footage of a pre-celebrity.
Shut the up!
Forget this!
Why is there a baby's crib here? Why is there an old antique baby's crib here? Born and raised in London, sweeping chimneys, cooking on cobblestone, mate. You don't know me. Get out my kitchen. Banana peels right now. Don't come here, bro. Your crib.
Can you get that for me, brother? Can you get my phone?
You can move. Just get the phone.
Please, brother. Brother, please, will you give me my phone? Please, brother. Please. Brother, please. Brother, please, will you get my phone? Brother, please, will you get my phone for me? Brother, please get my phone. Brother, my phone. Please, get it? Please?
Fine, Jesus.
Yes!
In 2010, comedian Bo Burnham got a development deal from MTV, which at the time was one of the most formative and popular channels for millennials. The deal? To work on a new television series. After reading a poll stating that 40% of graduating high school seniors wanted to be more famous over more practical occupations like medicine or education, the gears in Bo Burnham's head started turning. He saw the vanity in his generation and decided to explore that through a sometimes broad but grounded satire of millennials on the same network that helped foster that desire for fame. This show has been having a resurgence with my generation, Gen Z, due to Burnham's successful comedy special Inside. Zach Stone is gonna be famous follows Zach Stone, played by Bo Burnham.
Zach Stone is gonna be famous. Zach Stone is gonna be famous.
A teenager fresh out of high school. Rather than think about college or his academic future, he spends his entire life savings on a camera crew to follow him around and record his various attempts at becoming famous.
Today is the first day of the rest of my life. Good. Good, guys. Intimate. Aren't you guys in the shot?
No.
From creating 5-second songs to fast-track becoming a famous musician, to staging a Bachelor ripoff called The Zatchler.
Zach Stone is gonna be the Zatchler. Zach Stone is gonna be the Zatchler.
Zach fumbles at every turn, and while avoiding the hard truths of his future, his friends Greg and Amy are going to college, and Zach has no other plan if this quest for fame does not end in success. The premise is rife for comedic opportunity, and Burnham takes it to its extremes. The episodes are often cringe-inducing and always hilarious,
Hanging with Zach.
but also filled with a lot of heart. Burnham wanted to create a character that was likable in spite of his face, and even though he could be abrasive and annoying, Zach Stone is not the bad guy, but rather, fame is the enemy. Fame can bring out the worst in people, and Zach Stone is going to be famous uses its lead character to take his generation's obsession with instant success and popularity to extremes that border on ludicrous and unhealthy.
And, I think I might have underestimated you, or something. Out.
Dad,
Everybody out. Let's go.
This stuff is guys.
Outside.
Zach's plan to become famous shows a break from reality. He represents the traits often attributed to his generation at its worst. He's vain, selfish, and ignorant. He constantly cajoles his friends and families with helping him in all of his crazy schemes, with almost detrimental results.
Good for you.
Zach, calm down.
Calm down? You want to calm down? How about we just all calm down, huh?
His father, Drew, played by Biff Tannen himself,
Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think would fly.
rails against it while his mother, Sydney, supports him even though his behavior concerns them both.
Well, are you sure you want to spend it on this?
Yeah, do I want to spend my money on my dreams? Let me think about that. Ding, yes, because I live in America. Ever heard of it?
Zach is looking to reinvent himself, but by taking shortcuts instead of doing the actual work, like this scene in the pilot.
Seeing
You don't even have hidden talents.
you give up on
Nice.
anything that takes patience or discipline. You quit piano lessons because the stool was uncomfortable.
Okay, you didn't sit on the stool, so you can't talk.
He tries to build his brand by looking for sponsors for the show, as a way of rocketing himself to the top. Zach is quick to do what many in his generation are doing. For Zach, being famous is a cinch. All it takes is anticipating what's popular and exploiting it to its fullest potential. Zach's decision to hire a camera crew is a clear reaction to the fact that his friends are all moving on with their lives without him. Greg and Amy are off to college while he was put on the waitlist at his dream school. For Zach, becoming famous is his only way out of the rut that is his upbringing.
Everyone's leaving. Okay? If I don't get famous, I'm gonna be stuck in this town working at a coal mine for the rest of my life.
There are no coal mines here.
It's a figure of speech.
As absurd as that statement is, it's spoken out of true fear. He's terrified of being forgotten, of being the nobody that many other kids in his town think he is. He initially saw school as a means to get out and reach his full potential, but when that didn't pan out, he panicked and went down a riskier path. When he has the chance to correct that mistake and go to his dream school, he forgoes it, deciding to stick to his own methods. Every attempt is Zach fighting for his life, and he keeps tripping over his own feet. As he keeps failing, he grows more desperate.
Okay, whatever, Zach. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's not. Just do whatever you want, like always.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a guess.
Guys, come on. It's just a game.
Yeah, everything's just a game to you, isn't it, Nick?
Mini golf is definitely just a game to me.
Am I the only one that cares about the rules here?
Why are you yelling?
I don't know, all right?
Burnham created Zach Stone to explore what if the subject was in control instead of the victim. Of course, Zach is constantly battling for control of his own narrative, but reality gets in his way. His bold claims are often contradicted by the people around him, which makes Zach more and more frustrated. At one point, he recasts his own brother Andy when Andy says this.
You never listen to me. You have no idea how many conversations I have with Mom and Dad about dealing with you. About how to not hurt your feelings even though you're 18 years old. Do you know Mom had to convince me to be on this stupid news show? She had to beg me until I said yes, and you're worried I'm not good enough to be Zach Stone's brother? Zach, I'm embarrassed to be your brother.
Zach feeds into a society of polarization where we wait to change things to suit our sense of how things ought to be, instead of how they really are. Zach's fears of the truth cause him to constantly rewrite reality, but reality will not let him get away with it. This is shown to us from the jump at the opening credits.
The next time we saw you could have been on the 12 o'clock news.
Yeah.
Zach Stone is gonna go missing and everyone will be like, oh no, where did Zach go? We should have cherished him while he was around us. Now he's gone. Remember how cool he was. Zach Stone. Zach Stone.
Here, Burnham once again boils down the entire show to a single image. A young man so obsessed with himself that he is oblivious to the harm he could cause himself and others. Zach gets away with this because he knows that the people who care about him will forgive him no matter what he does. In Zach Stone is going to be the Zatchler, Zach ruins his parents' anniversary dinner and they banish him to his room. Zach reconciles this later by setting up candles, roses, and ice cream for his parents so they can enjoy their anniversary. His parents are touched by this display and ask Zach to join them. Zach rejects the offer, but they insist. Zach sits down and pulls out a third bowl, implying that he knew they would forgive him and ask him to join them. This demonstrates Zach's exploitation of his friends and family's love to further enable his quest for fame. Despite Zach's act that he puts on for the cameras, there are constantly moments where Zach's insecurities and fears come forth. In Zach Stone is Gonna Get a Makeover, Zach gets invited to a party where all the popular kids that he was never one of will be. Zach sees this as an opportunity.
So, to Christy and all of her hunks, I was just another stupid kid with a monogram mug in the hallway, and now I'm the kid with the camera crew and the huge dreams and the fat sound guy.
Zach hopes that the cameras will be a one-step solution to gaining the respect and acceptance from the people that he's yearned to be. I believe this is one of the biggest draws of this show, the relatability of trying to change not for yourself, but for others. However, he fails to register the acceptance he's got from the people around him and have always cared for him, his friends and his family. Like many people in his generation, Zach feels the pressure to achieve physical, sexual, and social perfection. Zach grapples with the unrealistic beauty standards his generation is subjected to, and when he cannot get, he looks at quick fixes like tanning, getting an insane haircut, and drawing on abs. As a result, He looks unnatural, ridiculous, and reeks of desperation. At the party, Zach's attempts to appear cool and changed backfire as his peers see right through him. Zach doubles down.
I'm living my dreams!
This face planting is both physical and metaphorical. Zach keeps trying to save face to prove that he's not the loser weirdo that everyone thought he was. When he's challenged, he goes further. But that jump in the pool strips him of all the artifice, that despite everything on the outside, he is still the outcast that everyone perceived him to be. He derails the party, and any respect anyone might have had for him washes away. Let's talk about Christy. One of Zach's earliest attempts to gain notoriety is to charm and date Christy Ackerman, the hottest girl in his school. When he asks her out, she doesn't recognize him. It is when she sees the cameras that her demeanor changes completely. This leads to a brief period where Christy pretends to like Zach for the sake of her own self-interest. It all implodes and Zach Stone is gonna make a sex tape.
Zach Stone is gonna make a sex tape. Zach Stone is gonna make a sex tape. Zach will have sex on the bed and on the floor, and it will be great because he's definitely had sex before.
After a series of misunderstandings, Christy reveals that she was only interested in Zach because of the cameras. Christy, like Zach, is vain, selfish, and completely disregards other people. She constantly attempts to hijack the show from Zach, and almost succeeds. Christy may be irritating most of the time, but she's unapologetic about who she is. She enables the worst qualities of Zach as she represents status and success. However, when called out for it, she is open about the artifice of the whole show. She's the first person to show to Zach that the cameras may get him attention, but they will never get him the happiness or affection he so dearly craves. This rejection leads Zach to see Amy in a whole new light. Amy is the archetypal girl next door that has known Zach since they were kids. As a result, she knows Zach better than anyone and hates the fact that fame is corrupting her friend. Her love and affection for him come from the fact that she knows how good of a person he can be when the cameras aren't on. Like a lot of kids these days, Zach has a sense that friendships are one-sided. It is a place for him to broadcast. It is not a place for him to listen.
I got a lot of stuff to do today.
All right.
Okay, and I don't know why my stuff's never as important as your stuff.
Dude, yeah, you swallowed a lot of water, okay? I think you're not thinking correctly.
No, you're being a dick again. What's happening?
Zach is constantly broadcasting to his friends, metaphorically and literally. He leaves no room for them to voice their own concerns or opinions when Zach bounces ideas off of them. It's Zach's show after all, and he's in no mood to share the spotlight with anyone. Zach is full of extremes and is incapable of finding a middle ground. He demonstrates the lack of emotional maturity that many in his generation face. It's why he cannot channel his emotions in order to perform a scene, and Zach Stone is going to be an actor.
Okay, if nothing happens here, I feel lucky just to have met you.
Aww.
I do. Well, you're my girl. What do you think?
Your eggs are getting cold.
I know. I like them that way.
Do you want to talk about last night?
And did you want to talk about last night? Just shut up and eat, okay?
Okay.
Okay isn't shutting up. Shut up and eat your food. Oh my God. Cut.
Without being controlled by whatever mood he is in the moment. He doesn't know how to do that because he hasn't taken the time for the self-reflection required to handle his emotions appropriately. As a result, he explodes into extreme and destructive behavior. His ignorance jumps to record levels when he finally does talk to Amy and lashes out when she doesn't reciprocate her feelings in the same way he expected.
I'm not like that either.
You really? You're not? Because you sent Nick home and then he kissed me an hour later. And now you're saying, I don't even care anymore. I don't.
Zach, I didn't mean to hook up with you, and I didn't mean to cheat on Nick, okay? I don't know, it just happened, okay? I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But what happened the other night didn't mean something.
Was this like you trying to prove something to yourself or something? Are you like getting ready to go to college and be a slut? Tons of guys there, you're gonna love it.
He calls her a slut, among other hurtful things, and Amy stops talking to him. Zach's inability to think about anyone other than himself results in the alienation from the people that care about him the most. Zach's dedication to pursuing his dream comes at a cost both personal and literal. He passes on a promotion from his steady job that would ensure financial and professional stability in order to chase fame. He continues to push friends and family further away while also bankrupting himself with each passing day. Towards the end of the series, Zach's parents tell him he has no money and cannot keep the camera crews.
It's like, I gotta be fine.
You have $1,500 left.
How much does that buy me, guys? How much time?
Today's Monday, so I don't know, Zach. A Thursday, a Friday.
No. You're gonna stop this. You're gonna save the $1,500
No,
while you.
Dad, I have the idea. I'm gonna be famous.
Zach's parents have indulged him throughout the series, and it's a constant point of contention between them. However, they've coddled Zach like most kids in his generation. As a result, Zach doesn't know how to provide for himself because things like food and clothes have always been provided for him. He tries to rebel against his parents, but they laugh it off since they were part of a generation that was all about rebellion.
I need to rebel against my parents.
I hate you so much.
Oh, hey, you know what, Zach? I made an appointment for you to get your hair cut this afternoon, so you look good for the family photo.
Not letting some corporate scum cut my hair so I can look like all the other sheep.
His parents are boomers, raised in an era that valued individualism and passed those ideals on to their children with mixed results. As his money runs out, Zach tries one last ditch effort to garner attention and acclaim. He turns in a tape to the local news station of his botched attempt to save Greg, but they aren't interested. What they are interested in is the camera crew following Zach around and decide to do a special interest piece on him. Zach finally sees this as his big break. However, his relationship with his family and Amy is systematically being destroyed. On the live segment, Zach goes off script and realizes what a monster he's become and walks out. Zach's recognition of his own selfish behaviors is a major step forward in his maturity. It takes Zach hearing his father, mother, brother, and Amy talk about their honest admiration for Zach to finally get through to him.
But more importantly, he has character. Zach knows what he wants, and he won't let anything stand in his way. I was a lot like that when I was his age. More than I'd like to admit, maybe.
If he's half as good a celebrity as he is a son and a brother and a friend, he'll be fine.
Having Zach as a brother's pretty interesting. But I've known for a while that someday I'm gonna turn on the TV and see him drinking cat urine on a game show. And I'm gonna be able to say, that's my bro.
Never met anyone like him. I hope he finds whatever makes him happy.
They are all people he respects, and seeing that they love him in spite of his flaws is the ultimate moment of clarity. In the pilot, when Zach tells Amy,
I just feel like these cameras, they make me choose between the people I care about, you know, like my family, and the things I care about, like my inevitable fame and fortune.
he is grappling with a decision that hangs over him throughout the series. It all comes to a head here perfectly, as Zach is truly faced with this decision, and he picks the people he cares about over himself.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh.
Burnham sets the audience up with a conventional storybook ending. The hero realizes that he's made a mistake, corrects it, gets the girl, and walks off into the sunset. However, the conclusion of Zach Stone is going to be famous is not one of triumph, but of uncertainty.
There he is!
As Zach walks out of the studio, he is swarmed by new fans. He joyfully signs autographs, and the camera pans over to Amy for the final image of the series.
Zach Stone is gonna be famous. 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 Zach Stone.
Fame and adulation will bring Zach right back to his old toxic habits. It's a haunting visual, but one that sticks with the audience. I believe the finale worked as a stunning statement that cements Burnham's thesis for the show, that fame is a toxic thing that corrupts anyone who seeks it. Burnham sets us up for a storybook ending, only to pull the rug out from under us in the last 14 seconds. Zack Stone embodies the best and worst of the millennial generation. He is at his worst when the cameras are on. Everything he does feels inauthentic and staged.
Can you put the camera down, please? It sucked. It was just like high school. Okay, bring the camera up. So you'll be happy to know, America, I'm going with you. College could have been great, but fame will be greater. Okay, this is my dream. I believe in myself. I really do.
But he is at his best when the cameras aren't rolling, or at the very least, when he doesn't think they're rolling.
What?
Why won't you let the camera see me?
Because it's complicated, okay? It's...
Really, are you embarrassed of me or something?
No, why? Obviously, I'm not embarrassed of you.
Then why are you doing this?
What is this? What am I doing?
Cutting me out of your life.
Look, okay, these cameras are a way for me to change things, okay? And you should be unedited, or whatever.
Burnham suggests that we are at our worst when we feel the need to perform, but at our best when we put down the phones and cameras and be with each other. Despite Zack's pervasive and frustrating traits, he also can exemplify the best of his generation. He's creative, a self-starter, and cares deeply about the people that he's close with, even if he takes advantage of them. He's determined, passionate, and intelligent. Zack's fears come from a very real place of not knowing what the next step is and how to truly be happy. He's hopping from stone to stone with no sense of direction, but his determination and ambition keeps growing. He's been conditioned by his society to dream bigger than he can achieve, and his disappointment when he doesn't get his way is frustrating, but understandable. And that's it. On June 26, 2013, it was announced that Zack Stone is Gonna Be Famous was cancelled after one season. Ratings were low, and the audience wasn't there. But nearly a decade later, more and more of the newer generation are discovering it and giving it the appreciation it frankly deserves. It was a show that was ahead of its time, and it paid the price for it. But my friends, don't be sad it was over so quick. Be glad it happened at all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.